Hello, welcome to spiceup.net.in. Today we are going to discuss about zone-based firewalls. Let's look at the topology. In this, we have made R2 as a zone-based firewall. Our goal is to allow access from R1 to R3 for service, telnet and SSH and block the rest, and from R3 to R1 for service, ping and block the rest. I have already configured the IP address and routes in R1, R2 and R3. So we have the basic connectivity. Let's check that by logging into R1 and pinging R3, and by logging into R3 and ping R1. Let's do that. Here you go. I'm able to ping R3 from R1. Let's log in into R3 and ping R1. I'm able to ping from R3 to R1 as well. Let's go back to the topology. Let's configure the zones inside and outside in R2. Now we have configured the zones inside and outside in R2. Let's configure the zone pair inside to outside and vice versa of it, outside to inside. Now we have configured the zone pairs inside to outside and outside to inside. Now let's configure the interface to be part of a zone member. Now we have configured fast Ethernet 0/0 to be a part of inside zone and fast Ethernet 0/1 to be a part of outside zone. Let's configure the access list 100 and 101 as per our requirement. Now we have configured the access list 100 and 101 as per our requirement. Let's configure the class map and match the access list 100 and 101 to it. Now we have configured the class map and matched the access list 100 and 101 to it. Let's configure the policy map and match the class map to it. Now we have configured the policy map and matched the class map to it. Now let's assign the service policy to the zone pair which we have configured before. Now we have binded the service policy to the zone pair and we are done with the configuration for a zone-based firewall. Now let's check the access by logging into R1 by undoing a telnet to R3. Yeah, it's asking for the username and password. We have logged into R3 from R1. Let's also check the connectivity for SSH by doing a telnet on port 22 to R3. It's open. Let's also try ping from R1 to R3. The ping will fail because we have not allowed the access from R1 to R3. Let's try that. Here you go. The packets are being dropped at R2 because the access list is denying the access. Now let's log in into R3 and do a ping to R1. I'm able to ping it. Let's try for telnet. This should fail because R3 has only ping access to R1. the connection timed out. Now let's try for SSH by doing a telnet to R1 on port 22. Even this should fail, as there is no access list configured on R2 to allow SSH from R3 to R1. Once again, the connection has timed out. Now let's log into R2. Now the zone-based firewall is working as expected. Now let's check the policy map for the zone pair inside to outside. Here you can see the packets are allowed for SSH and telnet from R1 to R3, and 5 packets are being dropped. If you remember, we tried to ping from R1 to R3, which is not allowed. Now let's check the policy map for the zone pair outside to inside. Here we can see the packets are allowed for the ICMP when we tried to ping from R3 to R1. And 8 packets are being dropped. If you remember, we tried to do a telnet and SSH from R3 to R1, which is not allowed. That's all about zone-based firewall.